About ready here, Chrissy. Here we go. How's it going, everybody out there in YouTube land? Welcome back to another video here on Tech of Tomorrow. Today, I'm going to talk to you guys about 3 Chinese guitar companies that have really caught my attention, and we're going to go ahead and unbox one of the guitars from those companies. Now, these 3 companies are Fezley, West Creek, you know those guys, right? And Leo James. All 3 of these companies are making great guitars at budget prices. So today we're going to be doing an unboxing of the FESLEY FLP 350. It's a Les Paul style guitar. It's coming into the market at about $199 at most places, but I've already worked on a few of these. We'll get into that as we jump into the video, but I think you guys are going to be pretty impressed for guitars at this low of a price range. So let's jump in and let's talk guitars on today's tech video. Did you just buy a brand new computer or upgrade your old computer with so many parts it's now asking for a new Windows key and you don't have one? Well, check this out. VIP Your CD Key has you covered, and you don't have to pay Bill Gates that $199 price tag at all. You can get it right now for under $25, and it's easier than ever to do. All you do is you go over to the website. On their website, you create an account. After that, you go and find your software. You put your software in the cart, enter the code TOT20. It will give you a wonderful 25% discount. You go to the checkout. After you do the checkout, check your email a couple of minutes later. You will have the code in there. Put it in your computer and activate your computer. It's that simple. And check it out. All of these codes are guaranteed for life. So save yourself some money and check out the links below. Okay guys, so like I said, there are 3 guitar companies that have really caught my attention lately, and I have a couple of these guitars back here behind me. One of these right here is I'm not finished working on it. This is a Leo James. I actually got this particular guitar for $80. That's right, 80 bucks on a sale on Temu. And it came with an amplifier, and it honestly played great. All I did was change out the pickup to make a better pickup, gave it some nice, better tuners, and I'm doing a little bit of network just to make it neck work, not some network, some neck work, just to make it perfect. But this is a great guitar for a beginner. It even came with an amp, a tuner, all kinds of stuff. So check that out. That one's cool. Then we've got what I consider right now to be the best of the FESLEY line. Now, this is their FSP 800. Strat style guitar, super Strat. Once again, I did the same thing. I changed the pickup out to a Seymour Duncan pickup. I gave it better locking tuners, did a nice setup job, and I mean, this thing just plays. Just plays beautiful. Got this one for $150, but that is not the one that I would consider my star or showcase one. This one right here by West Creek. This is a JS or JX50. Don't quote me on the title of it, better when I do the actual review. This guitar I paid $157 for, and it has become pretty much the go-to guitar for everyone in my band when we need an extra guitar, and it's the guitar that I play every single day, even though I have guitars ranging from $5,000 down. This thing is just crazy amazing. I didn't really do anything to this, but just give it some new tuners. The pickups in this are amazing. This thing plays amazing. You can whammy bar the heck out of it and it still stays in tune. I love this guitar. I'm going to do a whole dedicated video on that and why that company is awesome. So right now I rate West Creek number 1, FESLEY kind of number 2, and then Leo James number 3. But Leo James has just made a couple of moves with some new guitars that I haven't been able to get my hands on yet, where they might actually come up to the number 2 spot. So today's video, here we go. Got this thing right here. It's a brand new guitar. Like I said, this is their 350 model, the FLP, meaning Fezley Les Paul. Now this particular guitar is a little bit different than your standard Les Paul. Here's the guitar itself. You guys can see it's brand new. It's still in all its plastic gunk and all that stuff. I'm going to set that right here between my legs and hopefully don't crush my, well, you know, as I'm doing that. And then in here are going to be the accessories. They give you some cool stuff. And one thing I like about it, I'm sure it's going to be in here too, is they give you this 1000 grit sanding block, which is just amazing for keeping your frets in the side of your neck. So you get a cable. That's right. Need a cable to plug into? They've got you covered right there. 1000 grit sanding block. This thing is amazing. I use this for so many things. You've got some fret sprout. This baby can work on it really, really well without messing up your guitar. You've got a strap. They actually give you a strap. And then you get a little instruction manual right here, which probably just tells you a little bit about what's going on the guitar. And you also get this nice padded case that is actually really well padded. So, like I said, this guitar right now is going for about $199 on Reverb and stuff. But they have coupon deals on Temu where you can get stuff for unbelievably great prices. And I've been kind of playing that game lately. I bought a few of these guitars. You guys don't know everything that's going on in my life, but I own a lot of guitars, and I've been tired of like paying people on a constant basis to work on my guitars. So what I did is I was like, okay, fine. I got a little bit of my back pay from my disability, and I was like, okay, well, I really want to learn how to work on guitars, but I don't want to destroy all my good guitars while doing it. So I started buying all these different Chinese brands of guitars that I saw were making the rounds on YouTube and saying, oh, these guitars are awesome. So I was like, okay, I'm going to check some out and learn how to do all my neck work and all that stuff. And then I started doing it, and I've gotten really good at doing it now. So I can do all my own neck jobs and everything. 98% of the work on a guitar I can do. I'm still a little bit iffy on the soldering with the pickups, but I'm getting there. And as you guys see, this one thing's still all wrapped up. I'm taking it apart. Let me get this thing just out of here because it's just in a big old giant bag. And one thing about Fezley too is they like you to know that it's made by Fezley. So you're going to see Fezley here at the top. Most likely we're going to see Fezley on the neck. Do we see Fezley on the neck this time? No, this one does not have Fezley on the neck. It does not. It just has a little tag that says Fezley. Now, I got the pink one. Don't ask me why, but I've always kind of wanted a pink Les Paul, and there aren't many of them around. So poplar body, normal size as a normal Les Paul. Comes with 18-to-1 tuners. They're not locking, but they are 18-to-1, and they will keep your guitar in tune if you just want to keep them on there. If you want locking one just to make it easier to change, then obviously you're going to go ahead and change them out. That's not going to be a problem. It's got a poplar body. And what makes it trippy is, okay, and makes it tech of tomorrow is the wood on the neck is called tech wood. It's called tech wood. That's what everything on here is like. So let's see, just out of the box, how badly out of tune is it just from out of the box? Ha ha ha! On this particular video, though, I'm not going to do a sound test, and I'm going to let you guys know why. I'm building a new place to film downstairs, and right now, the last time I did a video with sound up here, it really didn't come out that well, and I didn't want to give these guys a bad shake on the sound. So what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be making another video, and I'm going to be playing these Chinese guitars, and we're going to actually just have them with the guitar playing and then we're going to have them inside of a mix so you can hear how these guitars actually sound inside of a mix, being that they're incredibly budget guitars. Now, we have a 3-way toggle switch, and it's nice. It doesn't feel cheap. It doesn't feel crappy whatsoever. In fact, the entire guitar in my hand, it is lighter than a standard Les Paul. It is lighter, I'm going to say that. It's got 2 volume controls. Let me get those up here. Got 2 volume controls, single tone knob, tom lock bridge, standard stuff which you would see on, you know, pretty much any Les Paul type guitar. They're all going to have the same stop tail bridge. You've got 2 pickups in here. These pickups are really nice. You've got 1 ceramic, 1 Alinco, and there are a lot of different tonal capabilities between these 2 pickups. I'm not going to be changing these out at all. Like I said, I bought a few of these. My drummer bought one, another guy in my band bought another one, and they sound great. They really do. It's not like a cheap sound that you're going to go, oh man, that's like bogus. There's no feedback in it, and there's so many videos out there now about these particular guitars that if you want to hear somebody else's, like, you know, take on this, you can as well. But I'll have my sound stuff out. But you can trust me, I've been doing this stuff a long time, and if I'm telling you this thing sounds good, it does. Now, the neck is an interesting shape. It's called a D-shaped neck. And I mean, to be honest with you, it kind of does look like a damn D. I mean, I can see it. It's a D. It ain't a C. It's a D. But, I mean, look. It's got your standard bolt-on neck, which means that if you absolutely hated this neck and down the line you wanted to change it out, you could buy one from many places out there and install even an actual, you know, who knows neck on here. There's so many companies out there that my brain's like actually going into mode when I'm thinking of how many companies there are out there. Couldn't even name one because there's so many. Now, I wish it came with locking strap locks, but that's probably asking too much. It's just your normal strap locks on here. The paint on it, however, is completely smooth all the way around. There are no dings, no weird splatters, nothing in the neck pocket, nothing. Everything about this is honestly, it's perfect. There's nothing on here where I could look at this and go, oh, this is just junk, because it's absolutely not. Like I said, I bought 3 of these. They come in 3 different colors. They come in the sunburst color, they come in black, and they come in pink. I bought all the colors. I sold, like I said, I sold one to my drummer Thomas. I actually sold it to him for cheap. He's one of my best friends. I sold it to him for like $50, even after I did a bunch of work on it, because it was one of the first ones that I ever really did the neck work on. Now, even with this one, the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take it. I'm going to take the strings off of it. I'm going to take it into my workshop, and I'm going to totally do a fret job. I'm going to level all the frets. I'm going to crown all the frets, and then I'm going to polish all the frets. And trust me, if you have an area at your house to work in and you're a guitar player and you've got like more than 5 or 6 guitars, you really should learn how to do this procedure yourself, because I was afraid to do it. And then I started doing it. And when I did it, after a few guitars, I was literally blown away by all the compliments that people were giving me on the jobs I was doing. It's really easy to do. It's just time consuming. The main thing is really that you have to tape off the entire neck. The entire neck of the guitar has to be completely taped off, and you have to make sure that it's done well, because by the time you're getting to the end of it, you're using all kinds of different chemicals and stuff when you're buffing and doing the frets. So it takes time, but it's worth it. It makes your guitar play unbelievably better. Unbelievably better. I've even taken some of the guitars that I've gotten PRSs that are very high end, and should honestly, Paul Reed Smith, if you're listening, biatch, you should make your fucking guitars a little bit better, because the neck work I had to do on those was more than any other guitar that I've even had to do. Even more than this $199 guitar. The necks just weren't that great. So, you know, You're buying an S2 from Paul Reed Smith. You'd think that it would be a little bit, better of a guitar, but that's a whole nother video. So at the end of the day, I just want to tell you guys, a lot of people are like, oh man, Chinese guitars are crap. Anything made in China is crap. I'm just going to be completely honest with you. That's old school, prejudiced, radical thinking. It's not true. A lot of these companies, Fezley for one of them, these are people that used to work at Fender. They know what's up. It's not that hard to build a good guitar. Modern technology, you can build a great guitar. And why Gibson and Fender and all these other American companies haven't invested in this to make some of these more affordable guitars, I don't know. But I'm just telling you this. These guys are going to change the market with this stuff. They really are. Fezley has a lot of different products out. They even have a killer foot pedal. It got pulled off the market, though. I think they got sued by Joyo because it was just like a Joyo pedal. But I've got one sitting down here on the floor right here. And it's a really cool product. I got this thing. They were selling for $3.99. I was able to get one for $99. So the market's changing. And all of the high-end Jackson guitars, not talking about the USA ones, but all the high-end Jackson guitars that are not USA are all made in China. So the Chinese people can make good guitars. They can make good equipment. They are making good equipment. And that's a good thing for me and you. At the end of the day, everybody goes, oh, I want it to be made in America and I'll pay 5 times more for it. Okay, well, you know what? If you've got that money, Donald Trump, feel free, motherfucker, because I ain't got that kind of cash to just be going out and spending a whole lot of money. I enjoy new guitars. I enjoy working on guitars. I just love them. And being able to pick up a guitar for $199 like this, with a little tiny bit of work turned into a little rocking machine, I'm down. I will have links to this down below. I will have for a few different places so you can choose where you want to buy it. But like I said, it's a nice guitar. I'll have a sound demo later. If you absolutely have to hear a sound demo, you can easily type it in. You can find one. These pickups are great. They don't feedback whatsoever at all. They sound great. You can honestly do from like jazz, blues, all the way up to metal. They sound great through all kinds of different pedals. Sound great through a bunch of different amps. All in all, I'm saying that this is a seriously editor's choice for me in the budget guitar market. So peace out. I'll see you guys back here on Tech tomorrow for more videos. We've got more stuff coming.